Welcome back, guys. How are you doing? We're just coming off of a pretty big maintenance last night that gave us a new patch with a lot of cool new quality of life stuff. I'm probably going to be going over it sometime this week. But today what I wanted to take a look at was a farmable Durga team. Since today's descend is Goddess Descended or Valkyrie, a lot of you guys keep asking me to run Durga in the stream, so I decided I'd do a little video on a farmable Durga. And now Durga, she brings her own burst to the table, which is really cool. This is Durga in her ultimate, and you'll notice this patch brought this thing in the top right here. You can click it on and off right there, and essentially that's a quick way to favorite your monsters so you don't have to do it from the monster box anymore, which is really cool. But so Durga has an 8 cooldown buff for gods and devils, but it brings your hit points to 1. So you want to use this when you're going to finish off a boss or something. Usually helps you to one-shot last floors. In her ultimate evolved form, she becomes really, really consistent. Like, it jumps up from like 60 or 70% consistency as far as how often you have a comboable board, all the way up to like 95%. She's essentially as consistent as Horus, because you're matching any 4 out of 5 orbs. Without light, if you match any 4 orbs, fire, water, wood, dark, heal, you get 5x. So that's what her ultimate evolve brings, that consistency. And she's got decent awakenings, a time extend, a skill boost, a prong. So you can build her with prongs, you could even build her with rows if you feel like, because dark has a lot of rows. But here I'm just filling out her colors. I've got 2 Izanamis for survivability, and she also takes up the red. So you just have to fill up, since Durga's already blue dark, or dark blue, you only need to have red and green on the team and you're done. So for red, I'm using Izanami. For green, I'm using Grape Dragon, because Grape Dragon brings great awakenings on a farmable. And then, excuse me, for orb change, you can't beat Voice here, because he converts lights to darks, and lights are completely useless to you, so you can convert a useless orb to a useful orb. More useful than Vampire in this situation, because Vampire converts hearts, which you might need. But other useful subs, if you don't have these, for red, the Dark Mech Dragon, and this is what you get for fusing all the Mech Dragons together. 5 Mech Dragon combo Demon Hater. Awesome awakenings again. Skill boost, row, prong, and auto heal. And then he also enhances your orbs. If you can skill him up, it gets pretty low. So he's totally useful. He's also a devil type, which Durga's active will affect him. For green, you could use Cyclone Devil Dragon, who is also a devil, and then is an orb change, but he does change a useful orb, but he has a skill boost also. You could use Tiamat, also brings a skill boost and some rows, and is also a devil. And then worst case, if you don't have anything else to fill up your last slot on the team, you could run Vampire. He's also a devil, as we all know. So yeah, those are a couple really great subs you can use for Durga, but let's go ahead and hop in. This should be a really easy dungeon. You should just be able to hop in one shot every floor, no problem. And you'll almost always have a comboable board. So first floor, let's take a look at it. We just need to match, again, excuse me, any 4 and you're gonna be set. So let's take this blue in our hand right here, since it is a little separated from these 2 blues. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna flip these 2 greens around and make greens. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna put reds on top, heals on top of that, match the darks, and then park the blues right here. So I'm just gonna work my way upwards, like this, there. And I did go a little out of my way on that last match. There was probably an easier way to match that, but I just kind of went off the top of my head. And again, you only have to make 4 matches with this team, so you actually don't need time extends. Durga already brings 1 each, which is more than enough for this team. Okay, again, we're gonna do the same thing. We might want to prong here, just because these can be a little tougher. So let's make sure we're matching all the 4 colors we need. I see this heal very separated from these heals, and we don't have blues, so we have to match everything else. We gotta match greens and reds. And although you don't have to match lights, be sure you don't ignore lights to the point that they take up your whole board and you have no room for your other colors. In that case, though, you do have chaos. You do have this guy right here, Voice. And let me turn on my skills before I forget. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a dark prong right here. Then we're gonna make, let's see, what do we wanna do after that? We're gonna make probably reds, then greens, and then just park my heel there. Okay, let's try that. So we're gonna go, again, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come up like this to pull that dark down and around to lay it out. These three greens like this, I just come up once to pull these two in, and then trace that same exact path again, and it just takes these two greens standing up and collapses them like that. And then these three reds will be in position to lay out, and then I'll just park it. Again, here we go. Just like that. And again, remember, the key is when you're matching, get the three orbs close to each other first. If you don't exactly know how you're gonna do your combo, just maneuver the three orbs so they're near each other. As soon as all three orbs are touching each other in some way, it's going to be some recognizable pattern. You know, it'll either be this, it'll be this, it'll be this, you know, any pattern like that you're gonna eventually get used to. Just get them near each other. So here I've got two reds and then this stranded red over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this red in my hand. I'm gonna flip, see these three greens like this? If I just take this red and move it like this, just around like this, it spins this what looks like a carrot of greens into a shape that looks like this, an L. And then I'm gonna be standing right here, so I just unfold the L, and then I can just, if I actually take it wide like this, then the blues will actually be in position for me too. So I'll have greens, blues, I'll make darks, and I might even prong it, not sure, and then I'm gonna park the reds. So here we go. I'm gonna go like this. Oops, excuse me. Oops, little miscalculation there, but yes. When I went wide on it, I messed up a little. Let's try again here. I'm gonna go up for lights. Actually, okay. Let's get rid of some lights. I'm gonna, so I thought I was gonna start here, right? And if I just match these three lights and don't touch this green, these lights will match. This green right here will cascade down and match these greens away. And then I'll be left with a dark in my hand right here. So not only that, if I flip these two lights right here, or sorry, hearts right here, then I'll have two hearts and one heart. So I'll have a whole green and heart cascade right there. So let's see, how can I continue to build from that? If I wanted to continue from that, I'd have kind of a hard time getting this blue in there. So I think what I'm gonna do actually is start from here. Although that was a nice way to think about it, it's just gonna be a little more confusing than it has to be. So starting with this blue, since I don't have reds here, starting with this blue, I'm gonna come straight down for lights, for heels, or sorry, for lights, for greens, for lights again, put heels here, finish darks right here, and park this blue with these two blues. Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna go down, around, just like this. Sorry about that. I made that move a little more confusing than it needed to be. Sometimes that happens, you know? Sometimes you start planning down one path, like, sometimes, like, you know, I just pick a spot that feels good to start with, and then I start expanding on it. You know, I pick a spot where it looks like I might get a couple really quick matches to begin with, like 2 instant matches from the start, and then I just start tracing that forward, like just start playing it forward, almost like a game of chess where you're thinking ahead a couple moves. Just take that move forward in your mind, visualize it, see where it goes. If you end up, or then trace it backwards from there. If you end up in a dead end or a situation where it just is difficult to continue or difficult to visualize from there, you know, sometimes you just have to scrap it, start over, pick somewhere else. It happens. So here, let's see, I see this dark kind of off by itself, and these heels are actually kind of distant too. But I do have the other colors. I'm not going to worry about the heels right now since I'm at full life and both these guys are in 2. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do what I said before. So see these three reds? If I come around like this and just do a little thing around, they'll turn into an L. Kind of like what I said I was going to do before, and then I accidentally went wide and messed it up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come around like that to make the reds, I'm gonna fly over here. Actually, what I'll do is I'll come around, loop up to get the greens, and then do the reds. I might make, and then I'm gonna pull the blue in. Might make a light match, and then I'll park this dark somewhere. So here we go. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna go like this. And that should be good. No need to complicate the match. We'll just make quick, easy little matches. Okay, one down. And now since we have the same amount of damage on this guy, if we make a 5 combo, we know we should kill him. So, oh, and I haven't even put up Izanami. Haven't really had the need to, but let's go ahead and throw her up. Since I have 2, might as well be looping her skill, right? I'm sure you guys that have been watching this have been like, why aren't you using Izanami? Yeah, I just, you know, I forgot. I wasn't taking hits and I forgot. Let's see, I don't have blues, so I do have to match every other color. So we're gonna need to match red, greens, hearts, and darks. This dark is kind of off by itself, and I don't like that. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna match hearts down here, reds above it, greens above it, and then maybe lights, and then park the darks. Okay, so let's try that. We're gonna go like this, 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 and there we go. And again, that was pretty much just stacking straight from the bottom to the top. I know I didn't walk through the upper matches, like, very specifically. I do have a combo guide on stacking, and it really is just kind of straightforward, just kind of walking the orbs right up to the top. Okay, so here we are. We probably want to one-shot this. We don't have to, but we probably would like to. So I do have enough colors. I have blues, darks, greens, and heals. That's 4. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Chaos Dragon Knight voice and convert my lights to darks just to get a little more oomph. And then we're gonna punch Durga just to get our buff for the turn. Okay. And I do have a couple rows. Rows aren't necessarily efficient to make on this team because I think I only have 2 rows, but they're quick. I mean, I have a quick row I can make down here at the bottom, and then a prong I can make on top of that. Wouldn't that be great if I could hit all of that? So let's try that. Let's see if I can make a dark row down here, and then a match of hearts and greens, and blues, and then prong another set of darks. That would be nice. That's a lot, but that would be nice. So let's try that. So I'm gonna come up like this. So I have 3 right here and 1 right here, and then just like my my row basics video, I'm gonna start tracing where I want the row to be, starting from the first gap. So let's say I wanted my row to start here. Oops, there's a gap. So I'm gonna jump into that gap and just trace the whole row how I want it to be. And then there's gonna end up being a gap right here. So I'm gonna jump into that gap and then go for it, and I'll have the row all done. And then I can just run over and make greens right here, heals right here, blues right here, and then try to prong the last set of darks. Okay, let's try it. Okay. And that should give us a good old chunk of damage, shouldn't it? Yeah, that should take her right on home. And then that's Valkyrie, guys. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I am starting to stream on Camcord this week. I'm going to be still on Twitch and Camcord for a while. But do please stop by my Camcord. I'd love it if you guys could support my stream there. I'm going to be trying it out for a bit, seeing if it feels comfortable or not. And I'd love it if you guys came and joined me there. Yeah, until next time. If you have any questions, please feel free to stop by the stream with any of your questions, or if you just want to hang out and have some company while you play, if you want somebody to check out your box and give you some tips on teams, always there to help. Please stop by. Anyways, I'll catch you next time. Bye.